Welcome. I'm Ned, and this is Margot. We're with Comeback Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a 8-minute wake up with yoga class. We hope you enjoy it. So sit yourself down on the mat. Maybe look for a block and sit nice and tall on your block. And soften your gaze and bring yourself inward for your practice. Once you get grounded, go ahead and move off of your block. Come to a tabletop position. Your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. Bring your knees a little bit wider, your big toes to touch. Push your hips down toward your heels, child's pose. Reach your hands forward. Your forehead perhaps goes down to the mat. Take an inhale breath through your nose. Open your mouth and let all the air out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose again. Open mouth, exhale. Last one, inhale. Open mouth, exhale again. Good job, and push yourself up to a tabletop position again. Hands again back underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Let your pelvis rotate forward, your belly down to the mat. Lift your shoulders up and your head up. Inhale for cow. Exhale, push the middle of your back up toward the ceiling. Let your head drop downward. Inhale for cow. And exhale back to cat pose. One more time, inhale, and then exhale it all out. Come back to neutral. Take your gaze over your left hand shoulder at your left heel, and take an inhale breath and feel your right ribs expand. As you exhale, move yourself back to a neutral position. Take your gaze over your right shoulder, look at your right heel. Take an inhale breath and feel your left ribs expand. As you exhale, bring yourself back to neutral. Tuck your toes under, move your hands so that they're a little bit more forward on your mat. Lift your knees upward and push yourself back to downward facing dog. There's an option here. You can stay in your tabletop position. If you feel any pain at all during this yoga class, just don't do the pose that I suggest. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Bend your knees a whole lot and bring spider fingertips to the floor. It shouldn't feel like a test to see if you can touch your toes. Straighten your legs a little bit. Bring your hands to your shins. Your back is parallel to the floor and your gaze is down, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, spider fingertips back to the floor. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Drop your hands down to your side. Push into your feet. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, bend forward at the waist. Hands move through heart center. Bend your knees a lot. Spider fingertips back to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, raise your hands above your head again. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Last time through. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. And just release your hips down to the floor. Look for a block. Maybe you want to sit back up on your block. Sit cross-legged if it's comfortable for you. Take your hands and make a circle with your thumb and your index finger. Bring one hand from the front over the top of your head to the back. And then do the same with your other hand. If you know you have an injury in your shoulder, one or the other of your shoulders, just make your circles really small, or don't do the pose at all. And then continue to move your arms, straighten your spine as much as you can, push your head up toward the ceiling, maybe even soften your gaze and come back to your breath. And then bring both of your hands down to your knees. Leave your left hand on your knee. Your right hand bring in front of your face with your palm facing toward you. Fold your first two fingers down, and your thumb and ring and pinky fingers still are facing upward. Cover your right nostril with your thumb and take an inhale breath. Switch to your ring finger and the other nostril and exhale out through your nose. Don't switch and inhale. And switch back to your thumb and exhale it all out. Don't switch and inhale. And switch back to the ring finger and exhale it all out. Don't switch and inhale. And switch back to your thumb and exhale it all out. One more time through. Don't switch, inhale. Switch to the ring finger, exhale it out. Don't switch and inhale. And switch back to the thumb and exhale it all out. Bring both hands back to your knees. Remove the block from underneath your sit bones and come to a reclining position on your mat for our final pose today. Stretch out your legs in front of you as long as and straight as you can. Bring your legs long and wide on your mat so your feet are about as wide as your mat itself. Let your toes flop out to the side and your heel be inward. And bring your hands to your sides with your palms facing up toward the ceiling. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades together a little bit under your body so your sternum can move upward. This is one of the most difficult poses in yoga. And the big challenge is to quiet our mind and relax our body. One tool that you can use for quieting your mind is to just follow your breath inward and outward. And perhaps even hold a slight pause at the top of each breath. So thank you so much for practicing with us today, and stay in this last pose as long as you are comfortable and feel like you would like to. And have a nice day.